LP like Paul.
Yeah.
Miles College. Yeah.
Them golden bears. MC, 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 MC.
We finna get it in.
MC, 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 MC.
Look here.
Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Yeah, gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. We screamin' dirty MC, we talk about not turf. Miles College, we them golden bears. Who we finna play? We don't even care. PMM crank the band up and light the fuse. Not a crowd jumping, oh your team bout to lose. I'm reppin' hard, everybody know. You gon' see me representing that purple and gold. We finna get it in, we finna get a win. Everybody turned up, yeah we on 10. Lord have mercy, making history. You don't wanna run up, I got my clique with me. Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt.
Yeah. Okay. This that dirty MC. Miles College. Okay. We all we got. We all we need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love my HBCU. The dirty MC.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a great day. It is a new day, and this is the day that the Lord has made. We welcome you to Miles College Forum and Chapel. Good morning, Dean. How you doing today?
Good morning, Dean Parker. I'm doing very well. How are you today, son?
I am doing well here at the home of Southern Beauty, as always.
I tell you, every time I hear that dirty MC, I get so hyped, man. I had to settle down. Boy, you put that one together. I'm telling you, OL people.
Shout out to Like Paul. He created that song.
Yes, it gets you hyped too. We have a nice forum today. Very nice group of guests with us today, and we're excited about the opportunity. What kind of events we got going on campus today?
Absolutely. Now, as you know, this is Tuskegee Challenge Week. Miles versus Tuskegee. The game is this Saturday, but there are many activities going on right now as we show friendly competition and friendly conversation with Tuskegee University all week. We're excited about the game that will take place. And so if you don't have a ticket, go to milesgoldenbears.com to purchase your tickets. Students, you know, if you have your ID, you can get into the game for free. But we want to encourage everyone to come out this Saturday, as this is our last home game for the year. So get your tickets, make plans to get out to the Albert J.H. Sloan Stadium this Saturday. Also, students, FAFSA for the 2022-2023 school year is now available. Please Click on that QR code that is on the screen right now and begin your FAFSA process for your financial aid so you won't have any problems going in. And of course, pre-registration is open. The staff in the Academic Success Center is available to assist you with registering for your spring 2022 semester planning. And there are lists of advisors at the bottom who you can contact at any time right now, or you could go to the Norton Center and you can also scan that QR code right at the bottom to start the process for pre-registering for the spring semester. And then, Dean, I know you're excited. I'm going to let you do this announcement, Dean.
Well, I'm so excited about having one of our own, Pastor Mitty Collier, is going to come and join the choir. And Miss Harris, I'm sure, is going to say something about that a little later. But you don't want to miss this. If you haven't heard Pastor Mitty Collier, we in Birmingham, she's no stranger. Now, you know her. And many people know her from the 401 and that very popular song that she had. But she had a number of songs, but she had one that really captivated the world, really.
Oh, yeah.
I had a talk with my man last night.
My.
But Pastor Mitty is talking to God now. And man, if you haven't heard her minister, you haven't heard her sing, you don't want to miss this. Sunday, November the 21st, 2021 at 5 p.m. It's going to be live streamed now. And Dean Parker can tell you more about those activities. How are we going to put this out, Dean Parker?
So this will be streamed on the Miles College Facebook page as well as the Miles College Student Life and Engagement page. But for those who don't have Facebook, go ahead and tell your friends to save the date right now. It will also be on the Miles College YouTube page. Okay, so you have 3 ways that you can watch this awesome experience in the Miles College Choir. And the theme for the concert is Temporary Troubles, Permanent Fix. And we want to give a shout out to President Bobby Knight for supporting this 100%.
Amen. And she's always backing us in all of our activities. She's a super president, man. I just want to pause right now. I'm glad you mentioned that. She's always supportive of all of our efforts here on campus, especially when it's students. So we thank you, President Knight, for helping us and engage Pastor Mitty Collier. And she's coming. She's ready. She's excited, and we're excited. The choir is excited. Man, it's going to be a time. Don't miss this. Put this on your calendar now. You don't want to miss this. Pastor Mitty Collier, Birmingham's own Great Marlene.
That's
It's
right.
coming. We have a flag somewhere around here on campus with her on that flag. So you've seen it. Now you get a chance to meet her up front and personal. All right. We have some outstanding news that you want to share with us today, too, Dean Parker. What is that?
Absolutely. We have a special announcement this morning. Miles College, as you know, receives numerous grants, but we received a grant and a partnership with the Truth Initiative, and we have a student with us, Chantel Wyatt Jennings, who's going to share some important news and announcements with us. Good morning, Chantel.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right.
That's good. Before you share your announcement, tell us who you are, your major, where you're from, and just tell us something interesting about you.
Okay. I am a sophomore. My major is business administration and accounting. I'm a full-time mom and a full-time student. I'm a TRIO ambassador, and I'm a Truth Initiative college leader.
That's a perfect segment into me asking you the question, what is the Truth Initiative?
Truth Initiative is a national public organization that is inspiring lives free from smoking, vaping, nicotine, and building a culture where all young people reject tobacco. Truth Initiative is important to me because I want to make a difference in people's lives. I can relate because my grandma has lung cancer from smoking, and bringing awareness to young adults will change the world. Vaping nicotine is a mental health issue. Commonly, use can worsen stress and anxiety and can make you more likely to have depressive symptoms. The campaign delivers the facts about tobacco use and marketing techniques of tobacco industry so that young people can make informed choices and influence others to do the same. A tobacco-free campus is healthier for all of us, students, employees, and visitors. A 100% smoke and tobacco-free policy promotes a culture of health and well-being on campus by preventing young adults from starting tobacco use, eliminating secondhand smoke exposure, and making it easier for smokers to quit, and reduce cigarette littering, maintaining costs and the risk of fire. To learn more about Truth Initiative and the organization behind it at truthinitiative.com and truthinitiative.org. This Saturday, I will be hosting an event called Clear the Air to bring awareness of tobacco use, vaping, and mental health.
So where can we find you this Saturday? I know you guys bought half of the areas on the hill. Tell us exactly where we can find you all.
You can find me at the tailgating football game versus Miles versus Tuskegee. I'm sorry.
Miles versus. And so what's going on at the tent?
I will be providing snacks, hosting a Q and question, and basically just passing out stuff and
I
talking.
also
Having
heard that you're
conversation.
giving out gift cards and students
Yes,
who need a snack or hungry, they can
$25.
stop by there. There's going to be a DJ. This is just what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So we want to make sure students, as you go to the Miles versus Tuskegee game, to stop by the Truth Initiative tent. Again, the Truth Initiative is America's largest nonprofit public health organization committed to making tobacco use and nicotine addiction a thing of the past. Chantel, we just thank you for sharing that information and taking on this initiative as our provost, Dr. AG, has really given you the leadership role in leading us in this initiative. So we're grateful for you. We wish the best for you and your little one, and continue to do well. Thank you.
Thank you, Chantel. We certainly, a person like myself who have allergies and all of that, we certainly appreciate this initiative, and we thank you for putting forth this effort. And we're certainly that you're going to do well. I encourage those to go by to on the hill and see her, stop by her tent, and I think you'll be quite pleased with what you'll see there. Thank you, Chantel.
Yes, I will.
Bless you.
Dean, we have a special surprise, and Miss Harris, we're working on that. We're going to bring Miss Harris back later. However, we are going to start our chapel forum today as we continue the Built by Us chapel forum, where we are highlighting Miles College alums who are business owners and entrepreneurs. And I'm particularly excited today with the panel that we have before us. I want to introduce first Lauren Daniels, and I'm a little bit biased this morning. I'm going to introduce the CME Miles College alums first, okay? But I'm so excited that we have with us this morning Lauren Daniels, who is a corporate maverick turned serial entrepreneur who is passionate about community education and collaboration. She is the founder of Sumptuous Spirits, a bartending company and lifestyle brand that curates bar services and digital content to amplify persons and their experiences. Good morning, Lauren.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for
Good
having
morning. How are you, Lauren?
me. Good to see you both.
It's good to see you as well. It's been a while. You've gotten married and all of that stuff now, and all of that. You just grown up. I mean, you're grown now. You're grown, you know. Oh, wonderful. So good to see you. You're looking well.
Thank you.
And we're proud of you. We're proud of your accomplishment, proud of the things that you are doing. And we thank God for you. But I tell you, Dean Parker, why don't we do this? Why don't we go on to Miss Harris? And then we're going to come back to Lauren and let her share.
We're going to come back to Miss Harris. We're not quite ready.
Oh, she's not ready.
We've got a surprise for you. Just hang tight.
Oh, she put in the text, we're ready.
Oh, she's ready? Okay, well, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them up.
She said, we're ready.
I think they are there. They are. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning, Miss Harris. I saw your text there where you said, I saw your message where you said we are ready.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't know whether the student had to go to class or not. So we thought we better go ahead and bring her on and tell us what is the big surprise for us.
So the surprise is this is not a student. However, she is an alum, and we're going to introduce her. This is Shaberia Wolfe. She is.
Praise God. I know her very well. What? I couldn't. Hello there.
Hello.
All right. All the way from East St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
East St. Louis, Illinois. Right across the water, the bridge from St. Louis, Missouri. I remember her very well. She's one of the products when we had a concert.
Yep.
Yes,
We had a concert tour, and I think we toured through St. Louis, and we came over in that East St. Louis area, and we heard this marvelous voice over there, and we had to bring her back with us. We said, we can't leave her up here. We got to bring her back with us, and as they say, the rest is history. Good morning. What are you doing for us today? Tell us a little bit about yourself, Shaberia. All that I haven't already told.
Right. As you stated, I am an alum. I'm class of 2008. Woo-hoo, the best class ever. While here matriculating at Miles College, I was actually the 2008 class president at the time. I'm an education major, very active in the education department. Believe it or not, fun fact about me, I'm actually one of the individuals responsible for bringing Kappa Delta Pi to Miles College campus. And so just being able to be involved, I was very involved on the campus. Currently, I am an educator at Glen Oaks Elementary School, as well as an entrepreneur. Since then, I've been ordained as a minister.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, sir. I've also published a book called She's the Ish, the Extraordinary Women's Edition. It's a collaboration with several different queens, as well as we're getting ready to release the next part of this series. It's actually coming out now, so it's actually available now. I've also released a single musically. I've been pretty busy. I'm the current Miss All World Beauties US. I just won that in Texas this past July. So I'm the current reigning queen. Yay.
Okay.
And again, I'm always available and giving back to the community. Yes, I'm still dancing because while I was here at Miles College, I was supporting Dancers for Chapel as well as Miles Chapel CME Church. I'm still doing that. I'm currently at New Beginning Christian Ministry, where the pastor is Pastor Sylvester L. Wilson.
Yes, great preacher. I know him very well.
Yes, sir.
Had an opportunity to go over there and minister once at that church.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so I'm still very active. I'm still the same Shaberia, busy as ever.
And you know what? You still have that wonderful voice. That's what we want to hear this morning. We want to hear that wonderful voice that made us bring you back to Birmingham, Alabama with us.
Yes, and I'm going to sing that for you. I'm going to sing To God Be the Glory.
All right.
How do I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserving, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of 1,000,000 angels cannot express my gratitude.
My Dean Parker, you see why we brought her back, don't you?
Absolutely.
I know you got to get back to your kiddos. So, final thing you want to say to the students before you leave?
Again, I want to leave you with this. Whatever you dream for, whatever you hope for, just continue to press towards it no matter what the situations look like, no matter who's trying to come against you. Just remember, to God be the glory, and make sure that God is in everything that you're planning and trying to do. And with that thought, God will provide and make sure that it happens.
Thank you for sharing with us, and we honor you today and say congratulations for being called into the ministry and accepting your call and being licensed and ordained to preach the word. God bless you.
God bless you.
Ms. Harris, we got an exciting program coming up, huh?
Yes, sir, we do, Dean Beatty. Sunday, November the 21st at 5 p.m., the Miles College Choir will be in concert along with Pastor Mitty Collier. And we are just elated and excited about this opportunity. It's going to be a great time. You don't want to miss it. Tune in, stream in through Facebook, through YouTube, Instagram, all of those platforms. We will be there Sunday.
And Birmingham is excited. I've been getting calls and Birmingham is excited about having Pastor Collier come back here with the Miles College. What a combination.
Yes,
what a combination. Thank you, Ms. Harris. Thank you, Shaberia. We love you. God bless you. All right, keep teaching those kids now.
Yes, sir.
They need those positive role models like you.
Yes, sir.
Dean, as we keep rolling this train, I'm excited to introduce our next guest. He is also a part of our Great Zion, the CME Church. When he was in school, he was the Bill Gates Scholar, and in my opinion, still is a scholar in his own right. And he is Devin Jenkins, and he has a special guest with him this morning.
All right. Boy, you grow. Look, man, y'all growing up. Wait, y'all dating me, man. You married, got children now. I mean, what?
You got something to say, huh?
Good morning.
Another up and coming scholar.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Welcome, son. Welcome. We're delighted to have you with us today.
Devin is the business owner of Share the Vibes LLC. Devin, tell us about Share the Vibes.
Sure. So, since I was little, I've always had a love for music, and my mom played, the old school jams growing up. So I grew up on that. As I gotten older, my music taste has expanded. But what Share the Vibes is, it's a music sharing community. So on Facebook, we have a group where different people hear songs they like, albums, music videos, anything related to music. They share it, and then those in the community can go check it out. They engage with the post and share their thoughts as well. And then we also offer engaging networking events. It's like pass the aux type events where we get together. I give a theme. Everyone introduces people to songs that go along with that theme. So we can do that for your businesses, organizations, or just want to have fun. We also offer playlist curation as a service. So if you like to have a different mix of songs and vibes, but you don't want to take the time to put it together, or you don't have the time or energy to do it, or don't really know where to start, Share the Vibes can curate that for you and give that for you, and it's custom to your taste. And then lastly, we'll be launching some merchandise here pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. As well as we offer professional DJ services. So if you attend a homecoming, attending the Elite Nation rooftop party, I was the DJ for that. So more to come around all that, but that's a little bit about Share the Vibes in a nutshell.
Bring Lauren back, Dean. Let's get Lauren back. And these great entrepreneurs who came through here, walked these holy grounds on Miles College.
We've got one more guest to introduce.
Who we have with us? Who else do we have?
I can't forget about this young man. Hold on one second. We have with us Mr. Roderick Mack.
Oh, hey, Mack.
Mack and Mack Associate. Class of 1977.
Yes, hey, Mack. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Now, I don't want to disagree with Shaberia, but the best class was 1977. She's like the next to the best class.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great.
It's good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Tell these folks, young folks, what you're doing, man. And all the
man,
exciting things you're doing.
Yeah, I've been on the path. I had a blessed and wonderful opportunity at Miles. You know, when the young lady was singing, it took me back to my chapel day. And we now blessed with Sister Valerie, but we had Brother Andrew Sneed.
Yeah, Bernard Sneed.
Start off and stand up and put the show on. And as soon as he pop up, the students jump down and don't miss a beat. And chapel was a thing that we went to because we had a spiritual time. A lot of time we had church, but we also had the enlightenment of the speakers to come in and tell us some things and give us some heads ups and some direction. And all of that was very instrumental with me. I just feel that it was God blessing for me to go to Miles. I was supposed to be up there in New York in West Point, military man, but that ain't the path God had for me to go. And I've been very blessed and fortunate that I've gone, I've been to Miles, great opportunities. I got a great education. I had opportunities as a student to do interns with the big wigs. And I had students when I was out there, my fellow students would tell me, hey, man, I heard you turn down this job. And I just brag, oh, that ain't nothing for me. Because I've had like at least 3 or 4 offers, and that's a blessing when you can have 3 or 4 offers and some people struggle just to get one. So that was just very good. I do accounting. And when I left corporate, I do accounting and tax. And in doing that, I always remember what one of my clients and mentors told me. He said that, Mack, I'm not an educated man, but I'd like to give you some advice if you allow me to. I say, sure, please. That's the best advice you can get if somebody from the School of Hard Knocks. And that man told me that his advice was for me to be good to my business and my business will be good to me. And I took that advice, which means I bought supplies. I didn't go out and get a little money and bought a Cadillac or a Mercedes or BMW. I didn't flex, and I bought what I needed to have. And a lot of times, I have my lovely wife and some of the other friends were moving. When you start off in one zip code, you get blessed, you move to another zip code. But I was still where I was, and she couldn't understand why I didn't move. But I was taking the advice of my mentor that said, be good to your business and your business will be good to you.
That's good.
And now, I own I got some real estate, like several houses, and we're not talking about just 100,000. We got multi-$100,000 houses. And all of that, I attributed to that because I put the business first. And
that's a very good point, Mac. I think that students coming up and those young entrepreneurs can learn from that statement. Lauren, we didn't get a chance really to get into details about some of the things that you were doing. Tell us about. I'm excited about the things that you're doing as well, and the creativity you guys have come forth with. Especially this younger generation, Mac, they are so creative, man. They're taking all of this technology and all this stuff, and they're doing some great, wonderful things with it. Lauren, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Sure. So my company is Sumptuous Spirits. Like Dean Parker introduced, is a bartending company and lifestyle brand that amplifies the cocktail experience via our digital content and bar services. So essentially, my company that operates both here and in the Chicagoland area provides bar services for primarily business entities, but also haphazard business event or social events. So weddings, birthday parties, things like that. Some of the clients that we've had the opportunity to create events for are Google, WeWork, Fashion Nova, Foot Locker, Bumble, just to name a few.
Girl, you in the big league. I'm thinking about hiring you for something, but I don't know whether I can afford to hire you.
Chameleon, Dean.
You got it, Dean, baby.
I thought you were getting ready to say for Reverend Parker and some of the other. But now you talking about Google and all these folks. I don't know whether I can afford to do
Hey,
it.
you might have to check the Federal Reserve. Make sure you're gonna be all right.
But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Lauren. I'm proud of what you have accomplished and the things that you accomplished. I'm proud of all of you. Just tell us a little more about Devin. I'm interested in your business as well. I'm not all that schooled in the technology and all of that. But when you say you form a playlist and all that, what are you talking about? What are you doing?
Yeah, so when I was growing up, and even in your time, the way we consumed music was very different. You had albums, and then you went to 8 tracks and radios, but now it's all digital streaming. So you can go download Apple Music app, Spotify, Tidal, whatever it is that you use, and stream all the music you want on your phone for like $10 a month. So what I do is, you have so much music out there. A lot of times you want to have a specific type of vibe or feeling that you want at a particular time. You might be on the way to church and you want to hear some good foot tapping gospel. You might be headed to a wine tasting on Thursday night and you want some smooth R&B. So I take and I create playlists with songs from all types of artists, different generations, whatever you want, tailored to a specific vibe that you're looking for, and I provide that for you as a service.
So you mean I don't have to pull out my Marvin Gaye album and play it, huh? So.
Now, I won't tell you not to, because there's still value in vinyl records, but you don't have to. It's right there in your cell phone.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. There, that's very interesting. There, that's that new concept. Okay, so you don't have to carry all those CDs and stuff around with you anymore. Okay, I got you.
And most cars aren't even made with CD players now. So it's all Bluetooth and aux cords.
Oh, they don't make CD players. I know I'm dating. I keep dating, Mack. Because I'm still sticking mine. That four I got in my trunk there. I had to go back in my trunk and put those 4 CDs in there and play it, in my old Lincoln. I still had to put that 4. So you're telling me there's another way to do it now. I don't have to do it like that anymore.
Absolutely. You can connect your phone to your car and everything you need is right there.
Well, Mack, tell us this, man. What your Miles experience? How did your Miles experience help you to really get to where you are today?
The instructors, being that it was a small college, we had about 1,300 students when I was out there, and you got that personalized attention, and they just kind of mentored you and gave you tips. Like I remember I had one professor, Mr. Allen, taught me economics.
Yeah.
And he gave us a theory, fallacy of composition, I think by Samuel, some renowned economist. And when I was in corporate, I was doing something for the bank, the big banks. And at that time, I was doing a lot of mergers. But I used what I learned in his class to explain why the First National was the lead bank, how that they could lose money, but the consolidated graph made money. So I was just showing that the fallacy is that the sum of the parts is not necessarily equal to the sum of the whole. And so the senior executive vice president, who was a Harvard graduate, couldn't understand how I could bring something like that in a report. And I was a recent Miles graduate. And so he came in office and he started giving the credit to my intern experiences, which I did with Liberty National, rather than to my academic side for Miles, because what I gave him came from Miles. And so Miles has truly been very instrumental to me. I don't think I would have made it and have been as successful as I am had I taken a different route. And so I just give God, Miles, and my family all the credit.
Okay, wonderful. Lauren, what about you? What is your experience like at Miles that helped you to navigate now into this business arena?
Sure. So my major in college was accounting and business admin. So that's what I was around the entire time. And what I loved is not only what I learned, but also seeing the example from our instructors. A lot of our instructors, like ourselves, here in this forum, were also entrepreneurs outside of being instructors. So they were very adamant on letting us know not only are they teaching us, but they have the real world experience for both corporate and in the entrepreneurial light. And they can actually give us those real world examples that we can use once we leave Miles College. So that was, something that was absolutely, something I absolutely loved. I was in corporate prior to starting my business and going full time. And a lot of what I learned is to not necessarily let me be limited by my environment, but also just seeing the world as my playground. So during my time at Miles, I was able to intern with Regions Bank at their corporate headquarters in Birmingham. I was able to intern in New York for New York Life. And then I was also able to work with Alabama Gas during my time there and intern there prior to returning to Detroit once I graduated. But, they set great examples and, they were the perfect leaders for me, not only in corporate, but also in the entrepreneurial life.
I have a question for everyone. So we're in Chapel, and we know Miles College in its mission overall talks about spiritual awareness. So, and being an entrepreneur, being a student of Miles, and persons of faith, how did that intersect in your life to make you want to, as Jesse Jackson mentioned in one of his speeches, go out where the big ships are sailing or start your business or become an entrepreneur? How has your faith played a role in that?
Oh, with me, I actually had a conversation with God. I was in corporate and I was sitting on my desk, had a big old chair, and just like I'm talking to you, I had that conversation. And so when it boiled down to it, it was like to start a business, it would take say like 250,000. Spirit say, no, you can do it for less, can't you? And when I said 25,000, and I said, well, that would be mom and pop. And then the Spirit said, well, wouldn't $250,000 be mom and pop as well compared to some businesses? And I jumped straight up out my chair, went down to personnel, told them I want y'all to cut me 5% for federal withholding and 1% for the state. I generated $150 a month cash flow, bought my first little computer, little portable Osborne 64 computer. And then from there, I remember one time when computers was very expensive, I put $10,000 into a computer. Okay. Wow. The same one that I might spend $300-400 on now. But back then in the 80s, I put up 10 grand on one computer.
What about you two, Devin and Lauren?
I'll say for me, it was just really, I guess, making sure that I was very trusting in what God's plan was for me. One thing I had to really learn in being what I guess Michelle Obama, if you've ever read Becoming, she talks about being a box checker. And that was me for sure. College check, master's degree check, corporate check. But what I realized, being in the entrepreneurial world, that is not that way. You're not able to, just swiftly have everything on a straight line. You really have to truly be trusting in what God has for you to really execute your business. You can do the groundwork, but that does not guarantee your success. What really elevates that success is being prayerful and faithful to God's plan, and that will take you further than anything you could have imagined yourself.
Wow.
And I guess it didn't hurt having a great spiritual background with a father like Dr. A. Richard Doss.
That's it.
Oh yes, he would kill me if his name was not brought up today. Okay, shout out to my dad, Dr. A. Richard Doss.
Dr. A. Richard Doss, St. John CME Church, Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, somebody's preacher. Devin, what about you, man? You came to school as a scholar already, I mean, with a great advantage. And what I like about it, you had an opportunity to go to any school really in America. You mean you had the grades, you had all that, you had everything, but you ended up at Miles College.
Yeah, we're talking about faith, and my introduction to Miles was the CME General Conference in Mobile in 2010.
Mhm.
That's where I met President French. At the time. So, my faith was the whole thing that brought me to Miles. If we look at where it all started, when we talk about it in terms of starting a business, any entrepreneurial endeavor is a risk. You got to put a certain level of investment into it, time, energy, and there's always a chance that it could fail. But you have to have the faith that even if it does fail, there's a lesson in it that's setting you up for something else in life. So I think anything you do entrepreneurially, there's a risk involved with that. And faith is what allows you to push through that and still keep going after it. So that's what I'm doing now. I haven't fully jumped ship from corporate. I'm still at GE Healthcare. And even that came intern while I was at Miles. But even just starting this while doing that, it's all right. Am I going to be able to balance that out? I have a family as well. How am I going to do all of this? But I'm trusting that God will give me the resources and open doors as He has done, and I think it's just the beginning.
Mac, you got a young student out there now listening to you and say, "Yeah, well, that worked for you, but I don't know what would you say to them today to encourage them to follow their dream and their vision that they have?"
I basically tell them that you have to have the ideal, and I give them some of Dr. Gass's philosophy, which I used as well, which would be find a need and fill it.
Hmm.
And so that gives you an opportunity to be successful because there's a void. And then a part of all you earn is yours to keep. So you have to have the right balance. And my granddaddy used to tell me about there's a time and a purpose for everything.
Mhm.
And so I tell my children and anybody else, be prepared. A lot of times get the groundwork done, get your education behind you, do the things that you need to do so that when an opportunity comes up, you can just move right on into it and go. And you got to put in some work. It's not going to happen if you don't put in any work. You can dream about it, which is great because that gives you the vision. But now you need to actuate it and get to work, do the proper things, get the foundation laid, and God with you. Who can be against you? And you on your way.
Lauren, young ladies, talk to these young ladies now who are contemplating and thinking about it and would say, well, it's good for men, but we may not be able to do it like that. What would you say to them?
Absolutely. Women are in power right now. We are definitely what's going on right now. And people absolutely need to understand, especially women, to not be limited or feel limited just because you are a woman, especially in industry like I'm in the bar services world, hospitality world. I've gotten the question sometimes, who are you reporting to or who is your boss? When I have to let them know that I am the boss, I am the person in charge, I am the person you're going to be speaking with. So not to be limited or intimidated by that, and understand that everything happened as they should, and to not be afraid of failure.
Devin, what about it, man? You balance in corporate America, and it takes certain skills to navigate in your own business, but it also takes certain skills to navigate in corporate America. What would you say to those young people who are thinking about going either one of those routes? What would you say to them?
I think whatever you do, you have to be true to yourself and know who you are. The one thing I'm always appreciative of Miles is the confidence you all instilled in us while we were there. Coming into corporate America, like it doesn't bother me to have to go in a room with the CEO or CIO and tell them what's going on, and it intimidates a lot of my peers, especially when we first started. But we were at Miles escorting dignitaries around the city and speaking at convocations and doing all these things, meeting CEOs. So we were groomed for that. We were taught that, hey, you are a mile in. Culture, class, civility is who we are. This is what we do. We're out there with the big ships, as Leon spoke to earlier. So I think it comes back to being true to yourself, knowing who you are, and knowing that you're just as qualified as anyone else in the room, because you are a mile in. That gives you an advantage, is the way I look at it. Being from a small school is not a disadvantage. It gives us an advantage. We just have to walk in that confidence, knowing that that's who we are.
Well, tell us now how each one of you, how we can get in, how they can learn more about your business and all of that. before we give some closing remarks. How can they learn more about your business, Lauren? Tell us how.
Sure. So you can find my company, Sumptuous Spirits, on Facebook and Instagram under Sumptuous Spirits. You can find me personally on LinkedIn and Instagram. So my LinkedIn is my name, Lauren Daniels. And my Instagram is Lauren Daniels CEO. Oh, look at the family photos. So yeah, that's how you can find me.
And be sure to give my regards to Dr. A. Richard Doss for me.
Yes,
All right.
will do. Will do.
Devin, what about you? How can they find more about your business and get in touch with you?
Yep. So on Instagram, it's at Share the Vibes LLC. Again, that's at Share the Vibes LLC on Instagram. We have the Facebook group that I spoke of earlier. It's Share the Vibes. There's a lot of emojis afterwards. But if you look for Share the Vibes and a bunch of the music emojis, you'll find myself and probably some other familiar faces in there as well. I will have a website coming soon that is in the works. So be on the lookout for that. But also on LinkedIn, I'm Devin Jenkins. Facebook as well, Devin Jenkins. I'm easy to find and approachable. So look forward to connecting.
Brother Mack, you've been in business established for a while now, and most folks around the city know you, man. You've been selling with big ships for a long time now, and matter of fact, you created your own yacht, So tell us now how they can get in touch with you and find out more about your business.
Well, basically, I'm on Facebook, but I'm old school. January, I've been in business for 40 years, so I don't work that social media. I just get on the platform because I'm there, but I don't like you. I still give me a CD or a DVD, But basically, I am accessible. You can, if you Google me, it's gonna pop me up. You can give me a call, talk to me, send me an email, things of that nature. But I don't really stretch out into the social media. I'm gonna let the next generation that comes after me take that part up.
Let me ask each one of you to give an encouraging word. We got students who are listening, and I know some are going to be inspired by your stories. Lauren, will you give us briefly encouraging words to the students today? What would you say to them today?
Again, what I mentioned earlier, just don't be afraid of failure. Those are the way that you earn the best lessons, especially early on. Don't be afraid to fail. Take those lessons and turn them into, things that you can take on and carry on going forward. And also to take advantage of where you are now in the school. Listen, if I could go back to circa 2008 to 2012 and live that time again, I would do it. So definitely enjoy your time in school, learn as much as you can, and take advantage of everything that Miles offers.
Devin, what about you?
Yes, definitely. While you're there, Miles, spend some time exploring your passions. Focus on the serious stuff. Absolutely, that is important. I always say you think about branding with the pie model. Performance gets you into the door. So without the things you came to school for, nothing else matters. But then you have the image and exposure piece. So spend some time exploring your passions, finding out what you like and don't like, and invest a little time and energy into that. You never know what that can turn into. And then always be confident in who you are and whose you are.
Well, we're going to let the senior advisor now give us those closing remarks. What would you say to these students up and coming? Now, you've been in business 40 years, man. You got something to share with these students.
The bottom line is you got to be true to yourself. As an example, if you're good at computers, technology, don't try to be a musician, And if you just know what you're good at and be true about it, just because the musician and the Hollywood people making mega bucks, you can make mega bucks doing the technology. You can make mega bucks doing a service. So, and if you enjoy working with people, just be true to yourself. You know where you are. So if you don't lie to yourself, be real, and it'll work out for you.
Thank you all for sharing your stories with us today, sharing your knowledge with us today. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedules. So Lauren, when I have something, you say I can't afford you.
Oh, you got it. You got those big pockets.
Oh,
Dean
yeah.
When anytime they start talking like that, Dean Parker, that means you're going to pay with Google Pay.
I'm glad she called your name because I'm still working on it.
You're sharp, girl. You know,
just load up the
you're going to pay the same thing Google Pay. I appreciate that, Devin and Brother Mack. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate you all that you do and you're giving back, and you'll continue to give back to the college as well. We thank all of you. And Dean Parker, what closing remarks would you say to these outstanding guests and students who are listening to us today?
I just want to say thank you all for coming on this forum and being the example that our students need, but also that our alumni need. You know, we talk about ways of giving back. This time you've shared in this last 54 minutes is an impactful way to give back to the students, to encourage them, and to sow the seeds that they need to be successful. So to you, I say thank you. To you, I encourage and challenge you to keep serving, keep giving, and keep supporting Miles College, the home of Southern beauty.
Yes, sir.
And Devin, I'm gonna have to get with you, man. Maybe I can put some of these CDs, like unclutter my man's cave down there with all the CDs and all them albums I've got down there. You can help me do that and get rid of some of that stuff or put it away somewhere in storage or something. Brother Mack, I probably need to come over there and sit down and talk to you about some income tax stuff, man, and try to get straight there.
Yes, sir.
we thank God for all of you, and thank you for sharing with us today. And we pray blessings on your enterprises today as well as you go forth. We thank God for your listening and tuning in with us today as well, sharing with us on our forum today. I'm delighted to have had this opportunity to share with you during this forum, and also with Dean Parker, who is doing an outstanding job here on campus. And we are proud of him and proud of what God is doing through him and the great ministry that he's going to have here on this campus. Earlier, Brother Mack mentioned Dr. A.G. Gaston, how well I remember him. He was the first one that gave me a serious opportunity upon finishing college. I graduated in May. He hired me in May, and I ended up being one of his district managers for his insurance company, one of the youngest in the company. Brother Mack said something, and I think Dr. Gaston say all the time, find a need and fill that need. He also said, a part of all you earn is yours to keep. I followed that philosophy, and I bid you to also follow that philosophy. If God has put a passion or something that you are compassionate about, and God has given you a certain passion for something, we ask you to pursue it, go after it, trust God, and God will open doors for you to succeed. Remember now, why are you here? What is your purpose for being? What do you hope to accomplish? What are your goals? Remember, life is hard by the yard, but it's a cinch by the inch. God bless you, and God keep you is my prayer.
Since 1898, the concept of higher learning for African Americans has thrived and flourished here in the metropolitan Birmingham, Alabama. Miles College is a senior private liberal arts historically black college with roots in the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church that motivates and prepares students to seek knowledge, which leads to intellectual and civic empowerment. The Miles College education engages students in rigorous study, scholarly inquiry, and spiritual awareness, enabling graduates to become lifelong learners and responsible citizens who help shape our global society. Through its coursework, community development projects, and philanthropic partnerships, Miles College students graduate with the knowledge and wisdom needed to reach their full potential and thrive in a shifting 21st century landscape. Learn more today about Miles College. To donate, learn more about course information, or to schedule a visit, go to miles.edu